Si este tipo de videos son algo difíciles para que ustedes puedan captar todo lo que se dice, les recomiendo que antes de escuchar cada cuadro, detengan el vídeo y traten de entender lo que estoy explicando. Analícenlo oración por oración y luego de hacer esto, escuchen todo el cuadro. As many people my age, I was involved at a certain time of my life in religion. Right now, I don't subscribe to any belief in particular, and I have far more questions than answers about life in general. Those were simpler times, when pretty much I had specific answers to most of my questions. Then something happened. The internet came around and brought along different answers to the ones I had taken for granted. To top it all off, it even challenged my ideas. Much to my dismay, I sadly came to the realization that I had been duped for so long. I haven't become those internet warriors that spread their newfound truth, though. As I said earlier, I have much more questions now. I still have a lot of respect for the people who still believe. Many lives have been turned around because of that. Many can imagine life outside religion. So don't take this next question as a challenge. I'm just being sincere. Still, I think that in order to believe something, you should show support for that belief. Otherwise, everyone would come up with their own truth. My question is addressed especially to the believers. It goes like this. How did you reach the conclusion that the God you believe in is the right one? That may sound rather odd to you, so I'll explain myself a little better. You may argue that the God that you worship is basically the same deity throughout the religious community, with just a few tweaks here and there, but the same anyway. Have you ever thought that there can be, not thousands, but infinite possibilities about the description of a creator, and that out of all those endless choices, you pick the right one? How? Let me give you some alternatives. Someone might state that a group of extraterrestrials came to this earth and left a few basic organisms, or that the creator is a monster radically different than us, or maybe this is just a simulation run by a bunch of people, or that this creator doesn't intervene at all in our lives. He just left us to our own devices. Who knows? This creator could be a ruthless dictator. Or we just die and he doesn't grant any rewards or punishments. And on and on and on. See where I'm going? But you might respond, those are absurd scenarios. My interpretation of God makes much more sense. What makes your version more palatable? You might resort to your faith. Thing is, they can use the same strategy and say, look, I have faith that my creators are a bunch of guys as well. Seems like faith is not a proper tool to support our position. But why the God of the Bible? Could it be that the Christian God is the way to go because the conquistadors forced that religion on our ancestors? Isn't it too much of a coincidence that our relatives, our friends, our culture mostly share similar religious viewpoints? To tell you the truth, I have no idea who this creator could be. If there is one, these are some of his actions that I gathered by mere observation. He is not willing to end the debate about his real nature. He prefers to let people kill each other arguing over him. He lends a hand just to a selected number of people. The rest has to fend for themselves, including children. He refuses to show himself. Instead, he encourages his followers to use the same means that has been used to believe in fictional creatures like Zeus, Thor, Santa Claus. Faith. Is it reliable? I think not. Anybody can make up a character of his own and then claim that he doesn't have to show proof. He knows it exists solely by faith. Do you have any answers about this? I just wanted to share these thoughts with you. Take care, and until next time.